Okay, I think I've got everything going. Hello, everybody. Give me a second to switch over. Nope. Home. Go on, where's an action cues? Babo, let me just do a quick check to see if I fix this. Bamo? Huh. It didn't see it again. How very annoying, to say the least. Hold on, let me... We're doing it live, chat, because I couldn't do it not live, apparently. Commands. Actions and cues. This one, yes. Okay, yes. Sub-actions. So, how does this not work? Actions. This. Was one, even if it is queued, name is that. Yes. Queue default, yep, okay. Sub-actions. Yes. Okay. Yes. So that should be the redeem. Oh, wait, why does it say partially connected? What? Wait a second. I think I found the problem. Wait a second. Bear with me, chat. Bear with me. I think... Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I can do this. Come on. You can do this. What else do I need to re-permission into this? Yep. Come on. Come on. Vamo.
What are you, stupid?
Hey!
Haven't you realized it's all in your imagination, you mega dork?
So I had to reauthorize it like 3 times, and now my Twitch bot works again. That was annoying to say the least, but thankfully I noticed that now. Huzzah! The wire for redeem works again. Perfecto. That means it's perfect time to... Why does this look so overexposed when I had just I had already pre-configured the exposure earlier? There we go. That's better. Okay. Hello, everybody. Coleman here. Plumber VTuber. Y'all know that shit. I have shit to fucking finish painting. Oh my god, this has been taking forever. So, yeah, let's go do it. And holy moly, I am tired as fuck. My back hurts as shit. I'm tired as fuck. But well, I can't say the Emperor requires my service. This is a Legio Mortis. This is disloyal. Chaos requires my attention, and I must finish this. I've so few panels left to make it look nice. Then I'll work on adding more rubble to this to make it look better. And I think it will just be just starting to stick things together, top coat the damn thing, and see where we go from there. So yeah. Again, I have not touched any of this from last week. I've somehow just not had a chance to touch any of this. I've been getting home and been just tired and sleeping. So of course we got a little bit of a dusty dust, but that's what we have now to do blah for. So just lightly blah the dust away from this. We can give these their second coat, which I should have again been doing over the off stream, but then nope, busy or tired. These are the biggest pieces. So the rest one, well, I guess the legs are sort of smaller. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. But yes. Ooh. Let's get some more water for this. No, the water's done. This is a flat brush. I need my pointy brush. I did not get... Oh no, I have my brush conditioning fluid still. Perfect. So let's just begin and have some fun. And, you know, maybe discuss some of the Warhammery thingies that have been coming out. Let's see. Hold on, that feels a bit stiff. Hold on. As much as we do like things being stiff around here, we do actually have to make sure this is less stiff. Let me just quickly give it a rinse around in the conditioning fluid. Wash it off. Second go. Rinse it off. There we go. That's much softer now. We'll like them stiff until we need them soft. We'll make them silky soft. So there, let's just slam into this with the Emperor lead, which I've been using. Squelch out a little bit. And we shall begin. Up. A little bit more water. Okay, so now we did it horizontally last time. Now we're going to do vertically this time. As close as I can. There we go. Gonna get this nice, lovely red color. You. We'll see how well this stuff levels on such a big empty area. It should level pretty well. But I do have to... Ooh, wow. Definitely went over the rim last time on the bronze, but I can come back and fix the Brunelord brass later. Yeah, painting mistakes happen. Just all about fixing them later after the paint is dry. And you just gotta trust the process. There. Okay. Leave that to dry a bit. Repeat on this next one. Like so. Load it up. Must have been running out because it looks like it's getting pretty thin on this side. Yeah, went. Yeah. Perfect. Just right up and along and around. Yeah. Again, I'm thinking. Okay. Part of me is like, if this doesn't smoothen out after this, I'll try ways to smoothen it still with via brush. If by layer 4 it doesn't smooth out, then I'm going to give in and crank out the airbrush, and I'll just retrim the trim with the brass more carefully after that. Although this should level out after a few layers. Okay. Next one. This one be a bit more careful, just got the weird angles we have to be at. remember also this had some extra trim that had to be turned brass later. Nice and carefully. Right up to these edges here. Reach. In and through and around. Rotate. Shove that brush into the nooks and crannies and just YOLO. Yeah. Okay, come on. To the edge there. Okay. Next one. Go. This was not so much about the brush strokes on it. This is just completing the coverage. Dotting that in where it needs to be. So seeing some of these areas which have like a panel, like it's part of the same red, but there's like a panel line that goes through it. I'm considering about in the next layer two-toning the panel sides. So one will be one shade of red, the other will be another shade of red. Just for some more, just as a nice way of extra visual interest without having to go too nitty-gritty into the tiny detail bits and bobs. Go. Dunk. Load. And just get this into these spots here. Rotate. Right to these edges. Into those spots. Yeah. Okay. These areas here. I just need the reinforcement layer. Move it into the spots it needs to go. Nice and carefully. Aha. There we go. Oop. Next. Very carefully. Again, hard to reach mistakes. I'll just paint over and fix it later. Perfect. Okay. There. Alright, so the next coat's in. Even dry. Let's get these remaining bits. So these remaining bits, and then also the crotch flag, which is the one with the short chains. Because then these two flags we're going to have a slightly different color to deal with later. Oh yes, and the little Ardex Defensor turrets. I'll probably just do those in gunmetal. Just get them here. Okay. Let us begin. Let's just... Well, start from the front. These annoying ones. Dampen my brush nicely. I didn't get more flow improver. Shit, I should have done that. Oh well. Let us... Is this the part where I can do some color halvings? Or quarterings? I can't... let's not do quarterings, but I kind of want to do halvings. This. See, because the side will look like this. So like, look, so we usually have the blue. Huh, okay, here's the thing. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna hmm. Hum. I think, yeah, I'm gonna halve these. Since this has the separation for halving it, I'm gonna halve it. Let's just get some color going in for the halving first. And this is thin. It's going to need coat number 2 to really be good, or even coat 3 to be sure. Let me just get the paint there. Nice and carefully. Get that right in there. Okay. Happen again, a little bit more. Go. Slam that in here. Right down. Okay, so let's have to coat 1.5 just because the first layer was quite thin. Let that dry first before I continue it. Then I have to do the red on the opposite side for this one. Very carefully. Fill this. This case up, I'm gonna fucking hate doing the halving plan I have for this, but I also feel like this is the thing I'm gonna regret if I don't do it, especially for this model. So, YOLO. I have the skill for it. I just need the patience for it. And this thing's taking goddamn long enough already. I might as well just do it. There we go. Because it's worth it. Okay, so initial sort of half coat done. Let's get main first coat in. Yep. There we go. Okay. Nice. Of course now, oh shit, which side do I want the halving at? I think I want the halving details on the outside. Let's see. Iconoclast. Titan. Let me just quickly look at the reference picture to see what I'd like to do with this. Okay, yeah, looks like how they do it is indeed on the outer parts. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. Okay, good. Oh, it's gonna suck if I actually. I might not. Do I want to follow that pattern? I might not follow that specific pattern, but I'll follow a different pattern. Yeah. Okay. I has a plan. But first, let us continue. And these are the. So these pieces. Just shove these to the side first. And okay, let us continue. Load. Actually, hold on. Really clean this brush off first, because that paint is a bit too close to the fellow. Now, load. Hold carefully. And apply. You. Nice and carefully. Right around. Uh-huh. Very carefully. Just follow the trim edges. Uh-huh. Just dot. And continue. Then this part is just slam a bunch of paint down for coverage. Oh, my brush is feeling a bit too thin on that paint. Let me just... This case of too thin. I need it thicker. I need me some of that thick push. Right into these little recesses. Go. Get in there. Okay. So trust the process. I'll let this dry first, so you don't end up just pushing wet paint around. And then layer 2 and 3 will really finish these up. Granted, this part actually already dried, so I can just get number 2 on that spot there. Okay, time to paint the other part. This first part's mostly dried up, so just getting this layer 2 on right now while we're here. Right, in along and around. There we go. Okay, no, let that dry, let that dry. I'm just pushing wet paint again. Let it dry. Move on. Just move the fuck on. Move along, citizen. That's the thing. You gotta trust the process, and as you're hand brushing, let the previous layer dry first before you paint the next layer, else you're just pushing wet paint instead of covering mist spots from the first layer. Just trust the process and accept layer 1 and sometimes layer 2 will look like shit. But that's what the next layers are for, to fix up. I say this both to the chat as well as also just repeatedly remind myself so I don't try to rush, because I will try to rush if I don't do that. The primal urge to one coat your model and be done with it. But no. That leads only to pain and suffering. Unless you're the orcs. If you're playing as orcs, then have at it, because that's literally what the orcs are going to do. Oh, because also speaking about orcs, the whole that rumor engine thing they did with all the upcoming orc releases they showed pictures of, and it's like, they got all these new orc things. Here's a war boss and stuff. And then the big orc claw is Commissar Yarrick. Like, oh, hi Yarrick, you're back. Huzzah. You're not an orc, though. So, huzzah. Commissar Yarrick returns to the battlefield with his giant orc claw. He died, but then he lived. Ready to continue the crumpings. Well, Gazgul must be very happy about that. And the animation was cool as well. Although, as many were pointing out in the animation, where's the Steel Legion? You know, the actual Armageddon Defense Forces. They showed everyone else but the Steel Legion, the actual Armageddon Forces. Like, boy, did you forget your own lord, G-dubs? Keyword, probably they did. Maybe there's a story reason to it, but there's a much higher chance they outright forgot to put Steel Legion in to the very battle where the Steel Legion would be fighting their homeworld. Yep. Leave that to dry. Ooh, next two. Dot. Load up. Very carefully. Right about. I mean, Commissar is a great model. Again, I don't play Imperial Guard. I really cannot afford to collect another army, especially not Imperial Guard. But Yavik, you know, he's a badass, and he's a neat ass model. You know, I am tempted, so very tempted. But first, I have to finish my World Eaters and my Sisters, alongside all the million Space Marines things I have to do still, and my Chaos Knights. I have many things. Let's see. Right, through and around. You know, I need to focus. Okay, right now, since I'm working the Knights, I'm going to do my Chaos Knights first. I'm going to paint Chaos Knights first. Build World Eaters. And then once one of those is complete, then consider starting the few sisters I have. To reload. Ooh. Splap. What's this ping I have here? Is that important? I can't tell. Can't tell. Oh well. That means it's not a problem to deal with. Right now, at least. Continuing on. Really carefully. So I guess it was a stage where I first want to paint any things to try, then well, I will work on the base for this. Pork base, and then also maybe just work on building some models which I might want to use on this coming next game I play. Those would be cool to try out. I suppose I need to also make more Juves for my Necromunda gang. As we've been advised and found out, having fancy gadgets is one thing, but actually having men to use them is another. And so I'm probably going to use, after my next Necromunda game, whenever that happens, I'm going to use probably a lot of the money I earn from that, depending on how much I get, to just hire a bunch of Juves on. Maybe some regular gangers, but a bunch of Juves, and some mesh armor for extra mesh armor for my existing peoples. Because not having a save against a lot of shit is a bit of an issue. Like there can only be so many expendable expendables. Go. Nice. Also started buying under armors as well for a few of my characters too. So now they have a lovely base 4-up save against stuff. So they will have a chance to survive now when they get shot or hit by something nasty. Extra nasty. Unless it's someone's fucking las cannon, some AP4 bullshit. But then that's where the Jews will come in. You don't need armor if you have someone else acting as the armor instead. Physically and literally. Uh-huh. So I see that there's a potential funny loadout I can do. I just gotta recheck how Necromunda rules work. Because if I am right, while I have a full server harness equipped on a character, they get 4 weapon slots instead of 3. And of course, bulky weapons take 2 weapon slots. My Arms Master with his Arc Hammer could then, theoretically, wield 2 Arc Hammers and get the bonus for dual-wielding weapons. Weapons being Arc Hammers. And that would be fucking amazingly stupid. And so, you know, once I get more bullets and stuff, I might just start doing some stupid loadouts like that. Like, haha, he has 2 two-headed hammers. Ready to swing swong and clonk clonk ya in the face. So I also thinking, looking to getting telescope sights. Telescope sights on my stub guns to make them kind of short range all the time. So I get that lovely +2 to hit at all ranges. Hey, Torsman! Yup, 2 hammers for the double penetrations indeed. Only unpenned 1, but damage 3. So, you know, it's a good reaming and a good widening. It really helps, you know, open them up first. I'll go, Torsman. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just thinking out loud of what I'm going to do next in my Necromunda campaign, because I've actually been losing a lot of fights I've been doing, but also I've been earning money from them, so it's kind of a... I'm not earning the territories, but I'm earning money anyway. And I need more dudes. Which means I'll probably also then spend some time today or off stream building more dudes to field as I have to. Yeah, I do that as I'm doing this lovely painting. And I'm going to do a funny thing where sometimes, since the armor's split in half on the left and right, I'm going to do the halved armor where it's got red on the inside, and outside is going to have a... I'm going to regret saying this, but I'm going to say this. Outside is going to have a stripe pattern. Because, of course, Titans and stuff... a lot of, like, our old artworks from Warhammer, the Titans have, like, striped patterns on some armor panels. So, yeah, I'm going to regret committing to this, but that's what I'm going to do. But also, I'm just getting all the red. Like, here, this red is now... This is 2.5 coats of red, and it looks very smooth. Well, this is 1 coat of red, and you can see it's not quite covered yet. So when I'm just getting all the red coverings done, doing 1 coat, letting it dry, then the next coat, just to even out all the paint red parts. And then pretty much it's going to be a case of just handle the striping on these armor panels, and then I can just kind of touch up the trims and start sticking the stuff together onto the legs and getting this damn thing finally finished and based. But this has taken me far longer than it should ever have. Good, welcome, not long. I'm good. I'm tired as fuck. As always, I have not touched this since last week. In fact, I think I've only come to my computer like once since last week as well. But yeah, today's the hobby day, and I'm going to do as much hobbying as I can done. So yeah, now, the striping... I'm between doing black and white striping or the Hazard black and yellow stripings. I'm thinking... Because I've got mostly blue on this. It's mostly blue with these red highlight pieces. Black and yellow is more of a warm tone striping, while black and white striping is more of a neutral. Do I want the warmer tone with all this? Or do I want the neutral tone? I'm thinking black and yellow hazarding might be better. Although, of course, now I say that, have I ever actually gotten a non-yellow, um, air, a non-airbrush yellow paint? Actually, as I say that, I might not actually have a bright yellow paint to work with. But no, I can do. No, I can do black and white striping and then tint the white into a yellow. After that. No, hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. No, wait, I have a plan. I'm gonna black and white it first, and then tint the white yellow after the fact. Yeah. Okay, no, okay, there we go. Okay, good. So, what I'm gonna have to do first is light gray this. Very, very, very light gray, fill this part. Then do the striping in black, touch up very nicely, and then do the yellow. Okay, and how conveniently, I have it here. I have, oh, this is the model air light gray though. Do I have a non-model air light gray? Because, again, dealing with light grays and stuff, you kind of want to not be too thin about it. You have to be thin, but you don't want to be airbrush thin. Maybe I should start with an ivory. Yeah. A bone white or ivory first, and then build up from there. Let me see. I should have that. Browsing the paint. Let's see. What do I have? That's a dead white. I don't want to work with dead white. I need an off-white. Curse me and my earlier self getting a bunch of bright whites when I need to have off-whites first. Let's see. What do I have? What do I have here? What have I got? Yep. It's a cold white. What's this one? That's a regular white. That's a dead white. And I have this light gray. Maybe I'll give the light gray a chance first. I'm gonna give it a few pokes with the light gray, see what happens, and then decide from there. Ooh, what the heck? That squelched out very thickly. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. What's this? Before I do that, smoke gray. Oh, that's a wash. No, I don't need a wash. Hold on. Let me just do the gentlemanly shaky shake. Smooth this out. Oh. Yeah, so what are the odds of me finishing this one tonight? Not high, but I think I can get pretty far with it. Okay. So, let's see. How's that? Oh, that's actually thicker than I thought it would be. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We have possibilities here. We have possibilities here. We've got the possibilities. Let's run a quick test. Nope, that's way too thin. Nope, never mind. Nope, not gonna work. Not gonna work. I need. Let's see. Now let's just go with ivory white. Let's just go with good old game color ivory first, and then we're going to bring it up into the white after that. Go dampen it, thin it a bit so it's usable. There we go. Again, this is definitely going to be a case of 2 coats of this. Or maybe no, 1 coat of this to begin with. Then the next coat can be a light, like a super light gray. And then we'll bring it up into the white after. Turn it around. Load it. Paint it. Fill inside. Rotate again. I made a mistake there. Very carefully. Just paint around where it needs to be. Ooh, okay. Yes. Again, trust the process. It will look shit on the first layer. But if it looks too good in the first layer, you might be, the paper will probably be too thick. Okay. Okay, so just trust the process, just commit to it, keep going with it. Sweepy swipe this along. Get all that color filled in. Right around. Nice and carefully. Whap, whap. Okay. All the way along. Weep. Nice and carefully. Stay somewhat controlled. Ugh. I imagine I'm going to so heavily regret. It's going to suck so much when I start trying to do the striping on this. Because it's going to suck so much. Worth it, but it's going to suck so much. Yeah, come on. Fill in. Okay, just leave that to dry first. This side's dried enough so I can come back, coat 2. Just fill in all along it. It's amazing. Because I'm going to, I'm not going because I'm going to tint this. Well, actually, two things. One, on camera you can see contrasting between the red and this bone white. It actually looks pretty white. The only way you can tell it's off-white is actually when I compare it to the actual light grey cutting mat. So it really does a job of being a good white. And I forgot, I'm tilting it yellow anyway, for the yellow has a stripe. I don't need to do any other white layers on top of that. I just need to get this bone white layer smooth first. And then have fun fucking carefully doing the black stripes over it. So yeah, I don't actually... This tab process is going to be much faster. There's already a yellowy white, so tinting it yellow with a contrast yellow after that is going to be pretty fucking easy. Like, contrast yellow is going to be an airbrush yellow I'm going to hand paint on. Because that's effectively going to be a contrast anyway. There we go. Haha. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't overthink it, stupid. Let me get some more cleaner water for the clean tray. Little ammo. Let me see, where's that reference picture I had? Which way would they stripe it? Which way? So the stripes usually are going downwards away. Okay, following the contouring. Okay. Hum hum hum. Ho ho ho. Fee fi fo fummo. I heard you like fumo. Well, I'm gonna fumo these nuts in your face. Okay. Okay. Oh, I have red. I've got this little... The crotch flag goes red. And I'm giving him a nice bright red crotch moment here. You know, just the tip. The bright red throbbing, distracting tip. That was a bit thinner than I expected, but well, give the tip some time to dry. Okay. Now let me just thicken the red a bit. Let's come back for layer 2 on these extra pieces now to finish up the paint coverages. Along. There we go. Just solidify these colors. There we go. All right. That dry. Load up for the next piece here. A bit more. And color it in. Give me more. Yeah. Okay. Meh. This one. Let's fill that all in. There we go. Right down here. Okay. And there we go. Last one. Force. Nope. Okay. I think we'll switch to the flag now. That dried pretty quickly. It's pretty thin. Okay. Reinforce. Red. Right up. Same for this. Kind of looks like a Morgus. Sus indeed. Very sus. Well, these are the... I'm doing this in traitor colors, so this is literally sus. This is... I'm using... Well, I'm inspired by Legio Mortis color scheme, and Legio Mortis were the first to turn against the Emperor. Well, not first, I guess. One of the main title legions that turned against the Emperor. So they are extra sus. They do all the sussy things. There we go. Bammo. Okay. Yeah, scratch my eye for a second. Very good. Super sus. Super sus. Super sus. Looks like I need actually to fill this. This needs a bit more coverage still here. Let me just hit the center with another coat. Broad strokes upwards, cover it. Same here. Broad strokes just to really fill in this big spot here. Go. I'll just refix the trim manually later. Very carefully. Okay. All right, there we go. Clean the brush up. Now, I am going to try a thing which I saw someone on YouTube say to try. Unfortunately, this is a random YouTube short, and it flipped by before I could see who it was. But it was quite the idea when it comes to doing these striping patterns. So let me get the paint I require for this. Not the exact one I want, but it's close enough. Instead of going straight in with the black paint to stripe it, you can start with, well, what I do is Noun Oil. I'm just going to use Bethacassin and Velodom Grey. This is just a very transparent grey, and use this to get the initial stripe lines for what you're trying to do first, and then you paint those stripe lines in after with your color you want. So let us decant a bit of this out. Don't need too much of it. Well up. Okay, now. Oh boy, how do I want to do the stripes? Has to be in at this angle. I'm just going to commit to it. Ooh, wow, okay. Hold on, that's wet. Absorb it a bit. Okay. All right. Freehanding this is a pain, but it looks like it can work. Let's see, wait. Yep, okay, let's just continue with it first until the end. No, wait, hold on, okay. Water. Brush that away. Too thin. The stripes are too thin. Reattempt it. Reattempt it. There. Okay, like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay. Right to the edge here. Okay, there we go. Initial striping. Then now I need to repeat it on this one. Then that's going to center. Like so. Two. Wait a second. Water. Wipe it away. Tissue it. Load that in again. So I'm trying to find checkpoint. Right. Like this. Oh, need more. We're getting the construction lines in first. That. That. Like that. What? Okay. Kind of liking the spacings on this stripes better than the other one, so this might be a case of I'll go to, well, make it easy on myself. Maybe I'll stripe one side and do something else at the other side. Yeah, I like the stripes on this one. I don't like the stripes on this one, so I might do... Just so I don't have to fucking match these up again, I might do something different on this side. Is it cheating? Maybe. Is it just getting the job done and making something that looks nice? Yes. Actually, I also have an idea for this part now that since I'm gonna fix it, I have an idea for it as well. I just ivory white this a bit more. Ooh, wow, that is actually showing through quite well still. That's a problem. Hmm. Oh well. Deal with that later. Let's work on the successful leg here first. Now that I've got the general rough for that in, I can now work on the actual lines itself. So let's gonna go with a good old Abdon Black, I think. Hmm. Well, just shake it. Grab it. Slam it. Okay. Look at this. Going to very carefully fill in these stripes. As straight as possible. Right along. Go. There we go. Very carefully. Right up here. Okay. Let it dry before I fix it up. In the meantime, I'm going to try to work on touching this part up again. Go. Oh, let's dry a bit. Let's now take a quick, well, not pause, but a quick go over with the trims on the other pieces now. Let's fix up the trims on the other pieces. Because I know I did make some mistakes on those trim. Oh, where's my thin brush? I want this one. While that paint dries, we just work on fixing another spot. Put you two to the side. Let's see. Just retrim this part here. Ah, fuck. It fix some of the red here now. Later. That lap. Okay. Next. Go. Okay. Spots here. Ah, I've made a mistake, so I need to touch that up later. Carefully. Way around. Okay, lost grip of the part that time. And just small spots of red to fix up now. Or I'll weather it in. That could also be a thing. Dot, dot. Around. Okay. Put up. Touch up. Okay. This one needs touch up. All the way around. Yep. There we go. Okay. These two, I know I need to touch up some as well as add some extra details to it, so dollop a little bit more brass. Okay. So yeah, this part actually is meant to be bronze as well. Let me just bronze up that part of the trim. There we go. I'm gonna spot fix here. Okay. Then repeat for the other piece. Here it is. Very carefully. Load up. Very carefully. Right along. Here we go. Straight along. Nice. And carefully. Okay. I've got that. This part I wanted it all bronze for reasons. Touch up the edge. Okay. Ugh. Right, okay. Whew. I'm gonna touch up here. All the way around it. Again, made a mistake. I need to fix the red later, as always. Okay. Dunk, load, and paint. Wow, okay. Oh my god, my control's gone bad. All my brushes played out. Regardless, I have reds to fix things with, and I think I'm just going to take the easy fix for this. I'm going to go asymmetric now with this. So red fixes, so let me get the Emperor Red going again. Whap. 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 There. Okay. And how am I going to fix this, you say? Well, I'm just going asymmetric. Warning stripes on one leg. That's fine. It's just Titans have mismatched legs sometimes and patterns and stuff. It's part of the design. Since I can't go with the stripes on this side, I'm just going to deal with it. Then maybe because of the white backing, I'll still have a sort of two-tone here. Because one red had a black backing to it. This red is having a white backing to it. So we're going to get two-tone red on one leg on the halving line, which could be nice. Go. Dab. Liquify. Paint. Come up around. Yep. Notch into the spot there. Okay, again, fix up the bronze later as well, because I made mistakes again. Here's how it goes. Fix one thing, then fix the next thing, then fix the fix. Here's how it goes. Okay. Need to fix up some more reds here. Like so. Here. Where else? Where else? Here. Just touch that part up again. Alright. Clean my brush up. Let's go back to the stripings. Yellow. I have my airbrush yellow somewhere here. Keyword is somewhere here. Here it is. Yep. Shake it up. Nice and shaky, shaky. There we go. A little splot of it there. Damp my brush a bit. Not too much. Load up the yellow. And then now, what should happen is, yellow of the bone white should give us the yellow hazard striping we need. Yes. And then I'll try to straighten out the lines with the black later. Go. Straight across. There we go. Look at that. So when the paint dries, I'll take a very sharp brush, my sharp brush I can find, and try to very carefully even out the black lines. But there we go. We have hazard stripes done. Also, one way to blend it in would be just add a little bit of weathering, because these knights aren't going to be that clean in battle. They're going to get heavily scratched and dinged up. But with that, let me see. What am I missing? Oh, these two flags. These little Ardex defensive turrets. And I tell you also, the guns on the legs themselves need some color, so let us do this. I'm just gonna use the regular round brush, and I think how am I gonna do these little flags? I might give them a gunmetal base. I think I'll just do all gunmetal first, and then that'll be a good base to work on anything else after that on these. There we go. So spot of gunmetal palette. Use some blue tack for this next part. There we go. Stick these into the blue tack. Just hold it steady. Aim the turrets up so I can reach all the little nook and crannies. Actually, wash the brush off. Big job for a big brush. So it's not like gunmetal this. I'm seeing these turrets have their own little bit of trim edges. I couldn't see it when it was all black. I can see it now that I've gunmetaled it, so maybe the turret's are going to get some extra attention later with some trim colors and stuff. But then for now, let's just do them gunmetal. That's a good base color to work from. Just will get color onto these. Gonna just grab about the tip, set it down. Next two Ardex turrets. There we go. I'll load up. And just get the paint slapped onto them. Nice and carefully. I don't like the blue text coming off the stick, but just very carefully manipulate the brush around. Last turret. There we go. Brushy, brushy. Donk. Donk. Okay. Clean the white brush. Switch to my fine brush for the little flags. Just going to fill the inside of the flag with the gunmetal. Go. Same for the other flag. Nice and carefully. There. 2 little gunmetal flags. I'll need some spot of red fixed here as well. 1 second. Let me just do that. Carefully. There we go. Okay. Bammo. Nice. Clean brush up. Let's see, Sam. Black stripes. So, black paint. Spot of Abaddon black. Into the palette. Let's now do the very careful. There we go. Need more. Wet it. Starting up here. Load. And just tightening up details as I see it. Very carefully. Good. Inch the brush in. Touch it up. Take this around a bit. Load up. And then drag. Drag it down and across. So okay. Really wipe off, clean off my brush. conditioning fluid it a bit. Now for the reverse fixing with the spot of bone white. Any part that's too thick looking, I'm going to bone white it first to sharpen the line. And then come back with the yellow to refill it again. There you go, like so. Oh shit, sorry. Off screen, I was too focused on actually doing it. I'm just using the bone white now to re-go over this and re-straighten the black lines. Go. Take this around a bit. Some of the bone white. Like so. Okay. Clean the brush up a bit. Dampen and get some of the black. Oh, the black dried up already. That's annoying. Spot of black. Re-establish this part. Okay. Clean the brush up. Grab the yellow again. And then fill over the fixings I just did. Okay, there we go. Fix it up. Clean again. Get a little bit of the brass now and fix up the trim. Totally I'd regret doing this, but it's for the detail. Let's go along here. Right along the edges. Right along. Okay, there we go. All right. I think it's time I just start putting this damn thing together finally, and I'll touch up anything else while it's on the arm, while the armor's on the body. So basically, if I can't see part of the armor, then it's not going to be worth fixing in the first place. So yeah, it is time to start sticking things on. Haha. Oh, no, wait. The knee guns. I didn't do the knee guns in the gunmetal. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just do the knee guns first. Where did I put? Here's the gunmetal. So spell gunmetal. Let me just block these knee guns in. All the way around. Okay. This one. All the way around. There we go. Okay. Now, it's time to attach things on. So, yonk. Well, this will attach here. So, glue. We're going with it. We're committing to it now. Yeah, shit. Hold on. Let me actually put these to the side so y'all can actually see what I'm doing. What? So these 2 points here, just a dot, dot, and dot. Those align here. Bam. 1 leg piece. Dot. 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 There. Next leg piece. Bam. Then. Dot. Dot. Front leg piece. Bam. Aha! Look at that. Then you have a back leg piece. Goes here, right? Probably goes there. Hold on, make sure I have the doubles of it. Yes, I do. Yeah. Dot, little dot of it. And then bam. Come on, stay. There. Okay. And now you have toe armors. Oh, and the toe as well. Hold on. Where'd the base go? Where'd the base go? Here it is. Gotta put this on the thing it's stepping on so I can align the little mini toes. Do a spot of it here. And then just attach it. There we go. Mini toe. Just quickly take a check at something. Yes, okay, that's correct. So on this side, spot of glue here. This then attaches on here. Okay. So it's got its two little mini toes in. And now for the toe bean armors. Get 3 of those ready. There's a spot of glue inside the point where they mount. And it sticks here. Next one. This one sticks here. Final one. Sticks here. There we go. That's about right. Stomp. Yeah. And then it also has a thigh armor. Right here. Then. Oh, so I think there's a piece which I had in the box. I gotta find the box. I think that covers this plain spot here. Oh, shit. Okay, I know where that piece goes now. Note to self. Let's take that piece in later. But first, let's get this thigh armor on. Bammo. Uh-huh. This piece going wrong? Yeah, I did. Whoopsie. Hold on. Let me re-glue it. That attaches like so here. Yeah, okay. Nice. Now that's a foot. That's a leg even. Let's repeat the same for the other side. So first, little mini feet. Actually, get the foot standing flat so I can get this part aligned nicely. The mini toes. Like so. Rotate around. Mini toe. Bammo. I said blammo. Stick. There we go. Go. And while we're back here, we'll just get the back toe armor on, or the back joint armor on. Like so. Rotate round to the front. Let's get the leg armors on. Ammo and ammo. What? Ah, blue tack. We're going blue tack. Yeah. We apply glue. And we apply the part. Okay. Other side. Glue. 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 Yep. Move the blue tack. And apply to leg. There we go. Then glue at these 2 points. Apply front of leg. Come on. Yeah. We go into place. Okay. Let's get thigh attached. Like so. Uh-huh. Then the toe armors again. 1, 2, 3. Apply glue. And then apply the toe armor. Nice position. Next one. Glue applied. Get that piece aligned in there. And then squish in the only alignment that would really fit with that. Holding it. That's right. Last toe armor. Flap, flap. Apply it here. Seal this up. Okay, let's see. I think here we go. That's the legs assembled. Haha. Being pretty fucking sweet, if I do say so myself. Yeah. Let's go plot like that. Now I'm getting the instructions open, the PDF instructions, because my table's now full of all my junk and shit. Just so I can now look, see what order does all the armor attached to, and see what happens. One second, let me just get my preview window to the side here, so I have the instructions on my main window. Let me just see the armor. Okay, so leg armor is okay. Yep. So now we're back to the body. Just drag all this to the side. Have this here. Let's see. Plop. All this part is done. Okay, next is these side pieces here. For the torso itself. So let's see how. How? Like so. Okay. So glue up along here. And here. Okay. That slots in. Haha. Okay. One waist in, next the other waist. Yep. Along the edge. Slots it in. Okay. Waist armor in. Alright, let's see. What's this next part? C17. This piece. That's right there. Okay. Yep. Spot the glue. Spot the glue. Slam it in. And I realized I didn't paint the inside of that, so I need to remember to paint the inside of that later. For now, let's see what else. These two flags, they're like that. Okay, you know, fine. Just commit to it. There we go. One little flag. Next one. Okay. Like so. What? Come on, stick in. Get in there. Come on. Yeah. Whoa. Wait, come on. Stick, I say. Stick. Ooh, okay, you're the one. Align it slightly and then... This is extra dollop of glue. There we go. So hanging banner flags. And now it's these front plates. Okay. I'm seeing how this goes. So, spot the glue here. Here. And then here. Okay. And this slides on through and in. Like so. Okay. Same for this side. Spot the glue. Then thread it in and press. Bammo. Okay. Front armor. Back armor time. Use ones. You just rely on these two little pegs up here, so... Where? Spot glue here. And here. And send it. Okay. Same for here. Here. Send it. Yeah. Okay. We are almost done. Ah. Come on, get back up. Side armors next. Group it from carefully here. I'll apply side armor from pegs that has here. Like so. And these then just peg on in. Blammo. Pat, 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 pat. Same for the other side. Get the glue where it needs to be. This slots in here. Bammo. Pat, 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 pat. Look at that. It's coming together. Put down. Those are the optional weapon parts, looks like. Yep. So next, capturing in the weapons. Which way was which? Probably this way, I think. Yep. Let's see. This side for this side for this side. Okay. So this was just slot in here. Spot of glue here. Then that's going to hold this entire thing in place here. Of course, put the glue on the wrong side, looks like. Glue had to be on the outside rim. Okay. Then, bam. So this can still rotate. This arm is here, nice and fixed. Same for the other side. Blam. Put the glue on the outside of the track, not the inside. This arm piece fits straight in. There we go. Uh-huh. Next, the Arctic's defense tires I got at the top, but those have some more painting to do, so I'll do those last. And that's all the weapons and stuff. Arms. Let's see these arms. Hello, welcome back, Dorsman. Second, where's... Oh god, these the PDF pictures I got here are horrible to read. Okay. So I want the claw. Well, we're in the finishing line right now, getting all the last bits done. So we have these armors to deal with. Then that's the codpiece armors. So which way goes which? So this part where the armor has this little hinge part on the this little split up part here, that goes inwards. So it's going onto this arm. That means this attaches. Ah, okay, so this attaches there. So spot of glue in here. And then stick that in. There. Then on the outside, the armor attaches in like so. Right, I need to also glue in an angle to this. Let's get the armor in first, so I know it fits. Put a glue there. And this just slots in. Because that's spaced out because this arm is meant to be angled up like this. But I need to make sure this armor piece is glued in first so I can get this arm angle correct. And for the arm angle, I'm just going to send some glue up into the joint. And then just wiggle it about a bit until we get a position I need. And hold it. There we go. Okay. Now we've got the outside splay the correct amount. Repeat the same for the other side. So a little bit of glue into the socket here for the front armor piece. Blammo. Then glue to the side point where the armor will attach. Slam it in. Like so. And then again, send some glue into the joint. And then hold it, rotate it a bit, then hold it in the splayed out position until it dries. It's not drying. Did I miss the glue or not get enough? Hold on. There we go. Now there's enough glue in there. Come on. There. Okay. That hold like that. Let's see. So again, so then what happens is this arm part will just glue in. Same for the chainsword. I need to let those shoulders really dry first. So in the meantime, what I need to do is here's the legs, here's the body. There we go. This is what we're looking at right now. Yeah, so pretty much just then what I have to do is now is I need to get this onto the base, have it secured on the base, and get the body posed. Then I can sort out the angle to put these weapons and the head facing. And then it's finally fucking done. So actually, while that dries, well, I forgot. There's this tiny little recessed part here. I forgot to paint that blue. So let's grab the paint again first. And then do that. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Let's say the timing though, oh god. With the timing, I don't think I can finish this tonight still, but I'm at pretty much 99% done with it now. Just thank god. Oh my god, finally. I'll be able to, by next week, call this project done. and then work on the next night. Alright, first, before I forget the very important little blue detail to paint, let's just do that. Let's just do it now while the glue's drying. Shake, 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 shake. Decant a little bit Faust blue. Seal nicely. Grab a spot of water. I think what I'm going to do, the whole thing I'm going to do in a semi-gloss. Now, I'd like you to use semi-gloss a lot more. The base is not fully reflective gloss, but it's also not just overly matte. And what the heck happened to this brush? How did I get all that fluff on it? Clean it up. Let's just use my conditioner fluid a little bit. Let me clean this up again. Okay, grab you here. Okay. Very carefully fill this. There we go. Right along. Get into the little cubby corners. There we go. Reach the brush in. Clean the brush up. Avoided a mistake. There we go. Okay. Okay. That's done with. So, stick paint palette to the side. Let me get the camera up a bit. Go look. Good job, Dave. Thank you kindly, Tasman. And thank you for lurking. I'll be calling it soon as well. Let us see. Ooh, hold up. Well, before I start touching more of this, well, did I get all this on my hand? 1 second. Okay, I didn't fingerprint any of this. I did get a bunch of yellow paint on my hand. Whoopsie poopsie. Lemon squeezy. Let's just wipe that off my hand first. Have a good day, Talisman. And yeah, catch you around. Thank you for coming. Glad that you can see the massive progress I made with this. There we go. Oh, okay, that's fine. The little bit of yellow there is not going to be seen anyway because that's been covered by a joint. But kabamo! Haha! Look at that. Oh, that's going to look amazing when done. Let's see. Let's grab all this to the side. Get that mounted here. Put this on top here. Is that how I wanted to do it? So... about that side knees positioning to get this straight on. Like that. Okay, looks like angling. Okay, so that will be straight on. Glue. And this will now align in like this. Hold it. There's going to be a very dubious point. If this unglues in the future, I'm going to just stick a load of putty in there, press it in, and use pretty much have the putty handle hold that in place. Oops, did I just? Whoopsie. I actually snapped off an armor panel. Heard it clatter. Here it is. I'll quickly stick it back on. Like so. There we go. Right. Okay, it has a bad camera angle, sort of. Let me see if I can't fix it up a bit like this. Okay. It's tilting slightly, but let's trust the process with that one. Yep. Let's see. Right, so I can go slight angle out. Okay. Glue. Slam that in. Like so. Tilt the leg back a bit. Oh, that toe arm is not wanting to stay on right. I'll fix that later. Okay. That's pretty fucking cool. Now, let that dry. Let me just look at this toe armor here. Whoop, whoop. 1 second, 2 toe armors. Ugh. Okay, that came from 3. Fix that. Let's glob super glue there. Add the mini toe to it. The same thing for this piece here. That's not feeling as stable as it should be. Let's add more glue and stick it back. There. Okay, as I press one part, another part's coming apart. As always. This part here. More glue. On my panel. There. Okay. Close the glue. Okay. Then with head. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Head. Hmm. Yeah, we go. Okay, nice, 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 nice. So, for this, mounted as so. Yes! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh boy. Oh god. Things are attaching. So yeah, pretty much. I need to let all the stuff glue for all the glue set first. Then I can do his codpiece armor, his little Ardex turrets, and the two little shouldered guns. And we're finished. We're good. We're done with. We're finito. So huzzah! Here we go. Here is the monstrosity that the Iconoclast Titan is, which is going to proxy as a Night Rampager for my army. Oh, okay, cool. Fucking heck. Right, so now, unfortunately, it's getting late, and I don't want to commit more to this, so I need to just let the damn glue dry and everything else dry first. So again, here's hoping, over the week, off stream, I can finish touching up this, top coating it, and getting those top bits done. And yeah, with that, I think I will be recording that at night. So, let's see, who can we find to raid at this lovely, lovely time? Let's see. Let's browsy. Whomst is there-y? Oh, I see a few pips. I see a few peeps. Let's see. There are quite a few peeps. Look, since we have not raided them a bit, let's go say hello to... Let's raid first and make sure it works. Yes, okay. Raid is ready to go. So yeah, thank you all for coming. Great, appreciate it. As always, I stream every Tuesday. And 10 p.m. JST. And yeah, next time we'll see what happens. So let's have a message going. Let's raid messagey. The message is the call community has come stomping on in and isn't stuck to super glue. Probably. Add some emotes to this. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. As long as change the most anything y'all may like. Yeah, thank you all coming. Great, appreciate it. Until next time. I can't. The crotch flag. Here you go. Until next time. Away we go. No. Oi, come on. Oi, go.